goal of all life is death. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons they have on the inside. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is what does a woman want? Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. The only person with whom you have to compare yourself is you in the past. The dream is the fulfillment of a wish. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. In the small matters trust the mind, in the large ones the heart. Words and magic were in the beginning one and the same thing, and even today, words retain much of their magical power. When inspiration does not come to me, I go halfway to meet it. The virtuous man contents himself with dreaming, which the wicked man does in actual life. Friendship is an art of keeping distance, while love is an art of intimacy. Dogs love their friends and bite their enemies, quite unlike people, who are incapable of pure love and always have to mix love and hate. A woman should soften but not weaken a man. Men are more moral than they think and far more immoral than they can imagine. Where questions of religion are concerned, people are guilty of every possible sort of dishonesty and intellectual misdemeanor. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. You wanted to kill your father in order to be your father yourself. Now you are your father, but a dead father. Everywhere I go I find a poet has been there before me. The first human who hurled an insult instead of a stone was the founder of civilization. Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? The ego is not master in its own house. The liberty of the individual is no gift of civilization. It was greatest before there was any civilization. In mourning it is the world which has become poor and empty, in melancholia it is the ego itself. How bold one gets when one is sure of being loved. A man who has been the indisputable favorite of his mother, keeps for life the feeling of a conqueror. Immorality, no less than morality, has at all times found support in religion. Just as no one can be forced into belief, so no one can be forced into unbelief. If children could, if adults knew. When one does not have what one wants, one must want what one has. Children are completely egoistic, they feel their needs intensely and strive ruthlessly to satisfy them. I cannot think of any need in childhood as strong as the need for a father's protection. Dream is the dreamer's own psychical act. We are what we are because we have been what we have been.